My name's Zach Johnson. I'm from Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I'm a part of Lambda Chi Alpha. I keep saying this forever, I would not have rushed to fraternity and not lived in the house because it's just such a special opportunity. You'll never live in a mansion with 60 guys again. The memories that you'll get out of this place and living in a house are just undescribable, and it's just such a cool place, and you get to encourage the guys below you to want to do it too by just inspiring them, and they see how you lived and they want to do it too.
My name's Will Henry, and I'm a Lambda Chi Alpha. The majority of my college experience has been shaped by living in house and being in a fraternity, because you find your guys once you get in a fraternity. You know who your friends are going to be. And living in house, it just completely changes what your year looks like. Your lifestyle is not as patterned. It's more spontaneous. You kind of just do what you want when you want living in house because you're right here on campus. And so my life would look completely different if I was off campus living right now, like it will next year. I think I would just kind of be a year ahead.
I thought living in house was going to be super loud all the time and not much peace. And it was going to be I'm isolated to my own room and that kind of thing. But I realized that it's pretty quiet a lot of the time. Although at the same time, we're not keeping to ourselves a lot, enjoying meals together downstairs, playing ping pong, chess, just bonding with guys even more after freshman year, I think has been something I quite didn't expect to the scale of which it's happened.
Something that happened that made me get closer to someone in house than before is just honestly balcony. You can go up there where anyone will be up there. You're just hanging out with them. I got close with IVZ on the balcony specifically. He's a guy I didn't know well last year at all, actually. And then I've been really close with him this year just because everyone's hanging out up there, getting to know each other.
I'm a biology major with a minor in religious studies. So, at first glance, you think I need a lot of time to study. I don't find my classes super challenging, although I do put a lot of time into study. So when I do go to study, I'll go to the conference room and study, just throw on my headphones. It hasn't really been a big problem. I do like to study off campus though, so I'll go post up at a coffee shop, but it hasn't really impacted my academics at all. I think I'm disciplined enough to, go to the places where I need to go.
I make it to class a good 50% of the time, I would say. If I'm going out on a Thursday, there's a good chance the Friday morning classes will get missed, unfortunately. But usually I just keep it to Thursday and Friday on the weekdays, and Sunday through Wednesday I keep it pretty tame.
I think the biggest misconception is that it's all just one big party the whole time, and there's no rules and any of that. In reality, it's just a normal house at the end of the day.
It's got to be somewhere between 250 and 500 beers since August. And usually I'm not even drinking beers. Usually I'm making a cocktail of sorts. But there have been plenty of beer nights. Bapple making a comeback recently, so I had to put down a good amount of those. Yeah, a lot of beers.
We all hang out with each other, and there's 60 of us, but we all know each other's names. We all know things about each other. Most people don't expect that, especially when you think about a sorority house with 100 people in it. It's the exact opposite here. We're like a little family. Now that I'm president, it's changed a lot because it's not just a place that I live, but it's a place that I feel responsible to take care of, not just as someone who lives in it, because we live in a really nice house, and so I want to keep it in the best shape possible. So if that kind of makes me being the bad guy of things that are going on in the house that shouldn't happen at all, I feel like the bad guy in a way because I have to protect the house over our members at some point.
Obviously, there's going to be tension between some people. And I haven't gotten in a fight with anyone in house or anything, but people have. It's just everyone kind of realizes at the end of the day, you're living with these guys, you can't hate them too much. But, there's definitely still some tension with this many guys in one place.
My kind of closest circle of guys, we all are trying to lead this place in a way. And so we think more long term than I think a lot of members do, and not even it's in a bad way. I think our membership has good ideas and is pretty responsible for the most part.
There are a lot of degenerates that kind of go about whatever, do their thing. There's a lot of Bible bangers, the Bible study guys. You have your chill guys, you have your guys that want to go crazy. It's very diverse. I like that you can step foot in a lot of different groups.
It's just hard because I'm thinking, how can we keep this chapter in the position we're in for years to come? But a lot of people don't think like that. Most of our members don't need to think that way. That's not something that the average member should think or will think.
The house starts to get going Thursday night. By Thursday night, the boys are probably going to the bars. And then next morning, Friday, it's just kind of a quick recovery. Hop right back up because you didn't go too crazy on Thursday. And then Saturday, usually no one's feeling too great, but we just push through. It's always moving. There's always some action in the house. And then on Sunday, it's just calm, silence, crickets.
Truly, some of my favorite times in the house have been just eating lunch together, and you don't have to think about class or anything else, and then going and playing ping pong for like 30 minutes. Looking and you see tons of people playing chess in the south living room. Everyone's homies, and it's just really awesome to see. We've only known each other for about 2 years now, but it's like still the coolest thing, I think.
Our first Monday party, packed out house, super fun. Yeah, I would say that's like coolest night that's happened in-house specifically because like no one left. We didn't have some big venue. Like this was the venue. It was cool.
I'd say the maintenance problems have surprised me the most. It's a large house, so there's a lot of large issues. And also it stays pretty clean for the most part. That's also been surprising, especially our living room areas. I think it's been good.
Grossest thing about living in a frat house that people don't talk about is probably the mold. It's like what you don't see. Obviously, there's a ton of grossness all over the place. It's just the air we're breathing in isn't as high quality as it will be next year when I'm living in a house of my own.
So living in a house next year, I'm anticipating a lot of changes just with the culture of the guys who are living in. It's a different pledge class, so that's a different vibe, I guess, that it will be like. Change-wise, though, I don't see the day-to-day being any different, but it will be different in the sense of I'll be a junior living with a ton of sophomores, so getting to create new bonds with them and new connections is going to be challenging at times, and so that'll be a little different.
You know, I'm probably not going to live in a house worth this much money again in my life. You know, I'm in it with my best friends in the world, even though there are parts of it that are gross, parts of it that aren't as fun. It's a little tiring. It's definitely worth it in the end. Come out of it with a lot of good memories.